What's going on, guys? Kev here, lead trading coach with Momentum. It is February the 2nd, Sunday, and we are heading into a crazy week ahead. We're going to be going over the top stocks that I'm watching going into the new week. What a crazy time it's going to be. We have all this tariff stuff over the weekend. What happens this week is going to be something to remember. It's going to be a crazy week. Unknown sort of territory here. We don't really know how the market's going to react to this tariff stuff. Obviously, big sellers into the close on Friday. Market down almost 6 points into the weekend, and so we'll have to see what happens. Futures open up in about 3 hours. It is currently 3 p.m. Eastern time, and so we have about 6 p.m. We'll have those futures open. We can see what the market's sort of gauging, what that sentiment's going to be into the new week. I am looking forward to the extra volatility, though. I think it's going to be a really, really fun time in the market, and a lot of really, really good stuff to be watching as well. Looking over here at SPY real quick, just real quick overview of the broader market, what I'm sort of looking at here. Obviously, we've been stuck in this kind of megaphone widening channel here the last few months, and the market's been extremely choppy over the last few weeks of January as well. So sort of what I'm expecting going into tomorrow, and again, I've got no idea what to expect, truthfully, because we don't even know where futures are going to be in the next 3 hours, so that will be a big indication of where we're going to be. But some key levels to be watching here, you obviously have this 592 spot here off the daily. If you do breach that 592 and you break beneath the daily 50 and 20, you have the room down here into this past area of liquidity where the thing just kept on getting accumulated back here the past few months over 580. Now, if you break under 580, stuff starts to get real. But over that 580, I'm expecting probably into the beginning of the week, depending on how things digest overnight with this whole tariff stuff. Again, who knows how this goes, but there could be some nice short-term volatility, which is going to be really good for us because, of course, we thrive on direction. We thrive on volatility, not so much on these real grindy sideways markets. That's not my cup of tea. It's not anybody's cup of tea that really makes money through day trading. And so having that extra direction and that volatility is going to be pretty fun. So looking forward to it. I'm actually hoping for a big gap down over the next few days and weeks so we can actually just play the upside, play the downside, play the upside. As long as we're not sideways, I'm happy. We're making money. So anyways, let's dive into it, though, what we've got for the week. Let us pull up our nightly watch list here and see what we're playing with. We have a lot of really good stuff. Obviously, last week was a pretty good week. Only had one red day last week. The month of January, I had 2 red days. It was overall a pretty good month. A little bit choppier than normal. Played a little bit more conservative because follow-through was lacking severely. But all in all, can't be too upset. You're going to have those slow months. After a massive second half of 2024, it's all part of the process. But let's go ahead and start here real quick. We've got 3 for right now for tomorrow. A few setups that look pretty good. I'm looking at ICU, C-Star Medical Holdings. Looks good on the daily break of 275. Over this 275, you have that clear range up into the 330, really to 380. I've got 330 marked up here because of this past low on the daily back here from June of last year. But that 380 is really going to be that crucial level here to be testing on the upside. So we've got range to 380 here and 330 to those past daily highs and lows over this 275. It just happens to be the past daily high here and your high of day from Friday. So it looks good. Looks good. Nice unusual volume, but needs a lot more volume to be tradable because as you can see based on price action, there is not a whole lot to play here right now. So if it doesn't get more volume, I'm just not going to be touching it. But next up, number 2 on my list, and we'll save the best for last. This one here is Fubo. We've been watching this one for a few weeks now. After that Disney news, this thing gave back a good chunk of its move after that Disney news. Of course, the market has been chopping around like crazy. This actually held up really well on Friday. And as it continues to capitulate off this pullback, as we continue to find this equilibrium between buyers and sellers, as this thing starts to base over the 320s, we've got this awesome area of supply, we can call it demand now, formed right here between this 330 and 390 area, which has been respected so well here. Of course, back in the past off this double top high, we form liquidity here. Again, that equals supply zone. And of course, that becomes demand once price flips and confirms above. And so we've got this nice area of liquidity here, and we're starting to continue to form these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And so I'm really curious to be watching this one for a swing opportunity going into the next few days and weeks. Just watching to see if we can't hold off these past weekly lows. Like right now, if this can hold off 360, I like this for the move back up through 4, 6, and 5. And I think this could have a really, really good opportunity to come up and retest your 200 moving average up here on the daily up at like 718, 719. Really, really good look. Again, a lot of relative strength compared to the broader market because, again, the broader market sunk last week into the weekend. This thing held up fairly well. Of course, had a green week actually last week on this one. So looks good. Fubo looks really, really good as long as it holds off that past weekly low. And I'm also going to be watching number 1 watch, top watch for the new week is CYCN. Now, did really, really well on this one on Friday. Made some really good money on this. My most profitable stock from Friday. It was on my nightly watch list, my pre-market watch list. Outstanding. Really watching this one big time going into the new week. This thing closed up very, very strong. And what I'm going to be looking for here on this little break, because you see we have these lower highs formed into the close, this nice tightening wedge. I want to see it confirm, but of course we have sellers here. Nothing but sellers here over this $4 level. So I want to see us confirm buyers up through 430s first. If we can confirm a nice buyer up through this 430 area, and then of course on the daily you see here we have range back to 5 and 6. I just want to see if we can't maybe get this confirmation, if we can find buyers off the highs here over this past area of sellers and look for pullbacks on this to start to confirm and set up. Then we can catch that move back up through previous high of day and up into the 5s. This looks fantastic though. Again, super, super clean wedge into the weekend. Super strong close into 8 p.m. Nice volume all day. Nice daily. It just looks fantastic. And so really going to be watching this one big time for the move back to 5 and 6. And that is going to be my top watch into Monday as of right now. Of course, this is going to change vastly. There's going to be a lot of opportunities into the next month of February, because with something like this, where it's so massive in terms of economic change, a massive change in economic policy in the country and really across the world, it's going to make for some really, really interesting opportunity, interesting time in the market. And so there should be some new themes in the market that start getting some nice traction. It's going to be a matter of watching where the volume goes in the market. Where do traders start to circulate? We got to hop in on that, be the first ones there, and just be ready to rock and be ready to get really, really serious into the next month of February, because it could get pretty fun. And needless to say, we're going to be there. We're going to be ready for it. But these are the top 3 setups I'm watching at the moment for this week. Of course, be watching your SQQs, be watching your SPSX, your inverse ETFs this week as well for possible opportunities. But that being said, top watches in small cap land right now. Now, to watch me trade live every single day, to get our full watch list every day, every night as well, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial for that education, chat rooms, and everything else, and join thousands of other traders on their trading journey. Let's have an awesome month of February. See you guys next time.